Hello, and welcome to FLC 101 Pathways to Financial Success. My name is Phoebe Swank, and I will be your instructor for this course. I'm going to take this time right now to go ahead and just show you kind of how to navigate the Canvas page if you're not used to it. On our particular course, after you log into Canvas, and then you would go to your courses and select the FLC 101 course. Our homepage is set to your modules. So this is how mine looks. Yours, however, will look a little different. So if I'm going to go ahead and show you a student view of it. On the student view, you'll see that most things are still listed for you to see, but they are not dark yet because you haven't completed them yet. So each week you will have a different module. Pretty much all the modules represent a week. There's one or two that might go over a week, but in general, they're about a week. Modules will not open until the module above it is completed. And I do not allow the modules to be published until the week they are started. So you can't go through and do the whole class in 2 weeks or anything. Your module will open when it's time, as long as you have the previous module completed. So the first thing you'll want to do is with the getting started here, you would just click start here. Once it starts here, it's going to show you just kind of a little bit about the course. So as it says right here on the page, this course is meant to provide you with the skills that you need to be successful financially as an adult, right? Nobody expects people to walk in a kitchen and know how to create a fabulous meal, bake a pie, or create a cocktail without some sort of recipe. Okay, so we should not expect ourselves to know how to handle our finances without some kind of guidance. So think of this as like your little recipe book to get started as an adult with your own personal finances. As you look through here, you've got a link here that will open up to your syllabus, which has all the information you need in there about the course. I also have kind of just thrown a little tentative course schedule here. Of course, it could change depending on if I decide we've spent too much time on this, or we need to spend more time on this, or any number of things that could change it. But for the most part, this is going to be the course schedule here. It's kind of broken down for you, so you have a quick look at the course objectives, how you get through the course. So you cannot get past this intro to get into the actual modules, so the actual course content, until you pass the Getting Started quiz. It's a pretty repetitive quiz just to drill home a couple things, namely the late work policy is in there multiple times, so it's a university standard for this course. So just make sure you get that done, and as you get through everything, then you'll be able to move on to the next, to the next, to the next. All right. And it goes through a lot of just information about Canvas and everything, because a lot of the people taking this course are underclassmen. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the view that I have so I can actually see everything. And if you haven't used Canvas before, again, on the left over here is your menu bar, and it has okay, I want to go back home now because I don't know what I was doing. I need to get back where I was supposed to be. The announcements is a spot where I will post if there's an announcement. So maybe I need to remind you that, hey, I need those discussion boards posted by tomorrow, or they're going to be late. Or maybe there's something really interesting happening on campus, or there's an opportunity for some extra credit. So announcements go there. Your discussion boards, typically you will have one discussion board per module. So I'll just show you real quick here. Kind of an example module is going to have your overview. It's going to have your learning materials. It'll have an activity, a discussion board. And we're going to use Nearpod because we don't have a textbook, right? So all the content will be inside the Nearpod. Every module will have a 1 to 2 minute little video just to remind you, this is what we're doing. This is what's expected, just so you don't have to do quite as much reading and you're really clear on what's expected of you going forward. So this is your first week here. You're just going to do the pre-test. You're going to get through that getting started quiz up here. That'll open up your content. You will be doing your pre-test, and you're going to do a discussion board. So we all get used to using discussion boards. I know people hate them, but you can't get away with them. Even if you're working on like your graduate level certificates and stuff, you're going to have to talk on discussion boards. So you might as well get used to it now in kind of this class that's a little bit more forgiving. And then there'll be a summary at the end. And then here's a typical one. We'll have, right, the Nearpod, the discussion board, the activity. Almost throughout the entire course, your work will be due on Sunday by midnight. So you might have the 3 different things up there, but they'll all be due by Sunday at midnight. The discussion board, you don't want to wait though, because you have to usually respond to at least one other peer. So if you wait till that last minute, no one gets to respond to yours, and it's kind of like you're not being a team player. All right. So in general, the course is a course that is you can take and very comfortably be able to get an A in it as long as you do your work and pay attention. It'll give you life skills. All right. So any questions at all, make sure you can email me and I will get back to you within like 24 hours. Unless it's the weekend, then maybe 48. And I look forward to teaching you this term. And I think you're going to really enjoy the class. It's not too difficult. And it's stuff that you can apply to your life right now and in the long term.